And Iguodala, a decent shooter from long range, but that's never been his calling card offensively. Instead, he's a quality playmaker and a player who moves well without the ball.
The Rockets with another miss.
He's killing them with his poor shooting. The defense is more than willing to give him those shots now.
The drive by Green. It's tipped. It's stolen by Ariza. The three from Harden. Another miss by Houston.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on defense.
Yeah, they continue to fall asleep in the transition game, guys, and everybody needs to hustle back, turn their heads, find the ball, find their man.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Tell you what, until this defense gets out and defends the three-point line, I mean, it's going to be a parade.
Yeah, we've already seen 3 in a row from out there.
Outside Curry. The feed to Livingston. Passes it to Lee. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Livingston.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists. And the defense did a pretty good job of closing off the middle once he got inside the lane.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. That's 4 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been three-pointers. This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Here's Prigioni. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. It's Terry outside. He got it up net. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 15 points.
He is giving them serious matchup problems because he can score inside and out.
Well, that's the hardest kind of guy to defend there.
Now we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Down low, it's Green and Bogut. Filling out the wings, it's Iguodala and Barnes. And it's Curry in at the 1. James Harden Clark voted by a majority of NBA GMs last season as the #1 shooting guard in the entire league.
Really hard to argue that, Kevin. I mean, he's an elite scorer, second in the league in free throw attempts per game last season, and he's also a really, really good passer. Able to make his teammates better because he draws so much attention, and he's a crafty and willing passer. Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days. Well, still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss. Finding the open man every trip down the floor.
Certainly seems like he's doing that, Steve. I mean, it's been a great passing day for him.
And Harden hand in glove with the Rockets' offensive philosophy. 80% of his shot attempts come from either beyond the arc or in the paint. That combination of shooting with slashing ability, a real key to his effectiveness.
Pulls it up. Good on the jump shot. Harden's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. And you look at Monty Eunice. One of the best shooters in the NBA, top 5 in the league at this moment.
Sometimes a three-point shooter just finds that rhythm, and it just seems to carry over. He's been hot for about a month now.
Nice shot by Bogut.
And James Harden among the league leaders in scoring and scoring efficiency for 2 seasons running. Even bad shots for most players are average ones for him with his great skill level. And the other thing that makes him such a potent scorer, he gets to that foul line to the tune of about 10 times a game.
Here is Harden. Andrew Bogut making his last shot. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Smith checked in for Terrence Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And that is good. And that's now 7 points for Ariza.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense. And the defense paying instant dividends, fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
The Rockets shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
As a team, they're down there around 72% from the stripe.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Curry.
Patrick Beverly is absolutely a hound dog defensively. He's got so much pit bull in him and how he goes about defending people at that guard spot. He's not a big playmaker or scorer. He's basically a three-point shooter and a defensive specialist.
Livingston dishes to Bogut. Montezumas with the steal.
As long as they continue to make mistakes like that one, this lead will continue to shrink.
These guys have just been too lackadaisical. I mean, it's led to 9 points going the other way.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
You know, for a player with his explosiveness, that was ATM time. Cash, money, the easy way.
Yeah, that kind of defense is not going to cut it against him.
Cash, money. I like that, Clark.
Timeout called the Rockets. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Boy, this run is exactly what they needed. The timing couldn't be any better. They could not afford to wait any longer.
You know, with as steep a hill as they have to climb, they had to make a dent in the lead before hitting the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Different look here for the Warriors. Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or taking a few.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held a winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look. And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
And this Rockets team, for all of its success, is still young, still developing that chemistry, but make no mistake, they've elevated themselves from playoff contender to potential title contender. Exciting time for certainly in store in Houston.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Andre Iguodala. Barnes against Harden from the arc, and that one's good. Harden's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Rockets. The Warriors have shot less than 50% at the free throw line today, hitting just 3 of 7.
Yeah, they seem to be looking for chances inside a little bit more this half.
And I love that mentality. You talked about it earlier, being the aggressor. It's the right way to play with the lead. Keep attacking.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That's on Andrew Bogut.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
Harden hits them both.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And they're going to have to continue that pace, Clark, because they're down, and anytime you're losing, you got to take advantage of every offensive opportunity you have.
Curry outside. No good. Warriors leading by 17. Taking a look at the Rockets. Trevor Ariza up there with Jones. Then it's Pablo Prigioni. Then it's Corey Brewer. And it's Beverly in a point. And Holiday kicks to Livingston. Back to Holiday. The three-pointer no good. Rockets trail by 17. To the paint. And Brewer with the stuff.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
Man, I like the way he capped that drive off, guys, with the one-hand punch.
Now, here's Beverly. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
The assist, Patrick Beverly.
Here is Livingston. Ariza covering. The kick out to Holiday. Another miss by Holiday.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yep, I thought so too, Clark.
And Prigioni kicks to Beverly. Back to Jones. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist. They'd love to get more of those. The easiest 2 points possible. And on a fierce finish.
Yeah, and that's exactly how they're going to cut into the lead, Kevin.
Yeah, that's why they've got to tighten up their D. And I'd be surprised if the defense allows any more free runs to the hoop like that.
Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, you look at Patrick Beverly, and I think he embodies the phrase Chicago tough. And he's relatively unknown growing up and hooping in the playgrounds of West Chicago. He's always played the game with an edge, though, and that served him well as an NBA player.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Patrick Beverly.
Again, the Rockets score.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
Yeah, that's 4 straight trips, guys, where their passes have ended up in scores. 4 straight assists. Great team play.
Here's Prigioni. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Beautiful ball movement again.
Last 5 trips, they've all ended with a great pass leading to a basket, Steve. I mean, they are really sharing the basketball.
Everly with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Ariza goes in. And it's good.
Patrick Beverly.
Ariza's got 11 in the second half.
Man, great ball movement. They're just picking this defense apart with their passing.
Well, how about the 3 Ps, Steve? Purposeful, precise, passing. We love it, and so does this team because they're taking advantage of it.
And that one's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.